Hey, how we doing? It has been quite some time since I've been on stream. I think the last time we did it, we were hitting Cyberpunk, Fallout pretty heavily. Kind of switched up since then. I mean, pretty much ever since I stopped streaming, I have assembled a pod of people to play Commander, Magic the Gathering Commander, every Friday, and we've probably done it every Friday without missing one for, hell, I don't know, 9 months at this point. We're getting close to a year, and I'm pretty excited about that. We've all been having a great time with it. We've been spending way too much money on it, but I think it's been bringing us all closer together, and it's something that we all get really excited for. So we haven't posted anything on YouTube in quite some time, just because I have actually been moving into a new home. We moved last week. I'm here right now. I just have my green screen up behind me because we're still unpacking some boxes. We haven't posted any new videos to YouTube yet. Still just in that process of moving in. So once we get everything unpacked and get the studio set up, we'll have some more content being posted regularly. I figured that, today the pre-release was for Final Fantasy. Managed to get a booster box at a decent price at our local game store here. Got a pretty cool Herald's Horn. Where's this at here? Got a pretty cool Herald's Horn. Pretty cool Herald's Horn that came with it, buy box promo. I liked it. I'm gonna be completely honest with everyone here though. I've never played Final Fantasy, so this set initially hadn't really excited me. A lot of the leaks that I've seen, I guess not leaks, but once they started confirming cards for it and seeing spoilers, I guess is a better word, I realized that this set is probably going to change this game a lot more than it feels like Torqueer did. I mean, unless you have friends that run a dragon deck. See you, Mike. But anyway, so I figured why not do it, something good for the channel, something to kind of get us back to pushing out some content. We can at least start with this. So I kept it sealed here. I figure I'm probably going to struggle with this, but to keep the authenticity in place. I mean, I know nobody thinks my small Twitch channel is cheating you on card pull packs, but we gotta stay true from the get-go. Let's grab this bad boy open here. All right, I took it off camera. You don't know what I did since I took it off camera. Could have done anything. Alright, let's get rid of this. So I'm kind of a couple of things. One, I'm going to be reading a lot of these cards because I have, again, no idea what's going to even be in this set. I know we're looking for good pulls, and it's only play boosters, so what are we really going to get? But we'll get some cool stuff. I can be kind of crazy about this when I open these. I do have a TCG Players store. I know TCG Players aren't too popular right now with what they've been deciding to do, but I do have a TCG Players store. We're trying to get to level 4 seller. Don't know if we'll stick on there, but we're still on there for now. So when I do this, I always kind of separate everything that I got here. Let me see if I can move this microphone a little bit so I can see better. Yeah, okay. Pretty cool. These are always pretty cool whenever they get them, or whenever you get one. So 30 packs. I gotta do this pretty quick because we have Friday Night Commander, so gotta get them out of here. Anyway, I am kind of crazy when I do this. I mean, I separate them by Wooburg. I also separate them by commons, uncommons, and then rares and mythics. So you're gonna see me doing that when I usually do these videos on YouTube, and maybe when I post this one, I might just do a blow through and just only talk about the good pulls. But let me see if I can make some room on my desk here to sit the actual box itself. I know it's off camera again, can't trust me, but I can assure you I'm not cheating you on nothing. Alright, let's see it. Let's get it going. Play booster number 1 of 30. I can't put it there. I gotta be able to see my phone. Okay. Start with some food. Oh, going the wrong way. Red Mage's Rapier. Okay. Job select. So that must be a new thing here with this. Again, completely blind with this. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. Cool. Equip creature has whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets +2/+0. And it's a wizard. Okay. Black Mage's Rod, job select again, so that's gonna be the thing. Again, that's probably, maybe, is that a thing, Final Fantasy? I don't know. Quick creature gets 1/0 whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This creature does 1 damage to each opponent and is a wizard. That's pretty cool. I've thought about wizard decks, so it's kind of cool to see this stuff kind of come to light. Let me see how that looks in the recording. How the color. Should I turn camera? Should I turn some lights on here at all? Maybe I should. I always worry about the glare. That's something we face a lot with on YouTube. Let me turn the lights on a little bit. Maybe I can see. You guys can see a little better. I have my gaming light that I had focused on here, but it was really getting in the way of being able to see things. I didn't even get to read this because I was too busy. Search your library for a basic land card or town card. Put on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. When you search the library this way, put a 1 counter on target creature you control. Nice. And okay. Kickern Merchant. Beast Citizen. 1/4. Pay 1 tap, draw a card, then discard a card. 7 tap, sack this creature, draw 3 cards. Its ability costs 1 less to activate for each town you control. Interesting. Slash of Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control to target creature. Okay. Loperate Scout. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets 1/1 to end of turn. Okay. Cool. These a little more room. I'm gonna get a bunch of them. Vane's Treachery, kicker, sack an artifact or creature. Target creature gets -2/-2 on a turn. If the spell is kicked, that creature gets -6. Sweet. Random encounter, search your library, shuffle your library, and then mill 4 cards. Put each creature card milled this way onto the battlefield. If they gain haste, at the beginning of the next end step, return those creatures to their owner's hand. Cool. Gonna get them at least out for free and then get them back into your hand. That's pretty neat. Magitech Armor. When this vehicle enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Okay, and it accrues for 1. Dark Knight's Greatsword. Job select again. Equipped creature gets +3/0 and is a knight in addition to its other types. Chaos Bringer. If equip is to pay 3 life, activate only once each turn. Interesting. Valkyrie Aerial Unit. 7. Affinity for artifacts. Okay. Flying. When this creature enters Surveil 2, it's a 5/4. The affinity for artifacts can make that pretty cheap drop. That's pretty cool. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. Then if you control 4 or more wizards, transform Kuja into Trance Kuja, Fate Defied. Flamestar. If a wizard you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Okay. I forgot that I also like to keep need to also keep these commons or uncommons separated. That's what I like to do. And then we have a foil, and this is Instant Ramen. Wow, it's a common. Flash. When this artifact enters, draw a card. Pay 2, tap it, sack this artifact. You gain 3 life. Okay. It's a white. It's not even a... we got Insomnia Crown City. It's a town land. This land enters tapped. Tap it for white or black. We got a hero token. Okay, cool. Put our Herald's Horn that we got for freezies down here as well. On to pack number 2. I'm gonna keep reading these until we kind of have gone through them at least once, just because I, again, don't know what these cards are. Let's get Paladin's Arms, white and 2, job select. When this creature enters, create a 1/1. Oh, we know what job select does. Equipped creature gets a 2/1, has ward 1, and is a knight. Okay. Lightbringer and Hero's Shield, equip it for 4. Okay. Cool. Sabotender. I'm probably going to pronounce a lot of these wrong too, because again, I've never played Final Fantasy. Anyway. Reach has landfall when a land you control enters. This creature deals a damage to each opponent. I like that. I'm pretty annoying, so I'm gonna probably put that into one of my decks for sure. Commune with Beavers, sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, or land from among them. Put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Okay. Cornered by Black Mages. Target opponent sacks a creature of their choice. Create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Neat. Ice Flan. When this creature enters, tap target artifact or creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. We like that. And it's island cycling. Laughing Mad instant, red instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card, and then you draw 2 cards. Has flashback. Adventure's Airship is an artifact vehicle with flying. When it attacks, draw a card and then discard a card. Okay, get some card draw on it. Okay. And then has Crew 2. Barrett Wallace, red legendary creature. Oh, yeah, okay. Red legendary creature. He has a 4/4 with reach. Whenever it attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. Pretty sick. Ooh, we got one of the saga creatures. I think this is actually the one that I saw them kind of not enjoying too much. But Summon Anima. Creature, 4/4 menace. The saga goes 1 through 3 is pain, you draw a card and lose a life. 4 is oblivion. Each opponent sacks a creature of their choice and loses 3 life. You like that. Omega, Heartless Evolution. Wave Cannon. It's an 8/8. Whenever it enters, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target non-land permanent they control. Put X stun counters on each of those permanents and you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. Tifa's Limit Break instant has tiered. Choose 1 additional cost. Somersault is 0 cost. Target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. Meteor Strike is 2. Double target creature's power and toughness till end of turn. And Final Heaven is 6 and a green. Triple target creature's power and toughness until end of turn. Nice. Terrifying. Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. Black and 2. It's a 2/4 legendary human knight. It has jump. During your turn, Kane is flying. Nice. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of Kane. If they do, you draw that many cards, create that many tapped treasure tokens, then lose that much life. Oh, if they do, I draw that many cards, create that many tapped treasure tokens, and lose that much life. That is just a mouthful. Okay. The funniest thing also is not only have I never played Final Fantasy, but I don't even know what the cards are, what cards we want in this set. I should probably at least know that, right? So I can not look dumb or not excited. Flipside Gaming, top 12 cards, sure. We want any of the crystals. I did actually see them. They do look pretty cool. Moogle's Valor, okay. Battle menu. Swallowed by Leviathan, Luso's Sacrifice. Alved Scavengers, Black Mage's Rod. Hey, we got one of them. That's just a common though. Nibelheim, a Flame. Triple Triad, Ancient Adamantoise, Summoner's Grimoire, Buster Sword, Ishgard the Holy Sea. Okay. Now that we know an idea of what cards are good to look for, let's do it. Seraphos Intervention, black and 3, instant destroy target creature, gain 2 life. Okay. Oil. It's a mountain then. Oh, this is an art card. I kept seeing it, not knowing what I was seeing there. I thought maybe we got something cool. Of course. We didn't. Summon GF Ifrit. Okay, we got another Saga creature. 1 and 2s, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. 3 and 4s, add 1 red mana. Airman, Flying Death Touch. 3, sack another creature or artifact and draw a card. Balam T Rexar, trample when this creature enters, you gain 3 life. Has force cycling. Dragoon's Wyvern, flying. When this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Gallicat, flying vigilance. As long as you control 2 or more artifacts, this creature gets +2/+0. We got a world map. Okay. You know what world map does. Hill Gigas. Trample Haste, Mountain Cycling, 6 mana. Jesus. Restoration Magic has that tiered again. Cure 0, target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible done to turn. That's pretty neat. Cura, pay 1, target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible on turn. You gain 3 life. Curaga, pay 3 in white. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible to the turn. You gain 6 life. That's pretty sweet. Titus Blitzball Star for 3. When an artifact you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on Titus. When Titus attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. Okay. Phantom Train artifact vehicle has trample. Sack another artifact or creature and put a 1/1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit artifact creature in addition to its other types until end of turn. Sid, Timeless Artificer. Artifact creatures and heroes you control get 1/1 for each artificer you control and each artificer card in your graveyard. A deck can have any number of cards named Sid, Timeless Artificer. That's cycling as well. Pretty neat. Hey, Luso's Sacrifice. That's the one that we just read about. I don't know how money-wise good it is, but neat. 1 blue, it's an instant. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a legendary creature or pay 2. Counter target, activated ability, triggered ability, or non-creature spell. Sweet. Sahagin, Merfolk Warrior. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, and it can't be blocked this turn. Nice, that's foil common. Windhurst Federation Center, land enters tapped. It gets green or white. Moving on. Slash of Light, white and 1. Slash of Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control to target the creature. Obsidian Elder, when this creature enters, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals the damage. We might have already had that one. Shinra Reinforcements, when this creature enters, mill 3 cards and gain 3 life. Summon Fat Chocobo. Wark is the first part of the saga. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters, this token gets 1/0 until end of turn. 2, 3, and 4, Kerplunk. Creatures you control gain trample until end of turn. Nice. Sage's Newliths. Has a job select. Equipped creature gets 1/0, has whenever the creature attacks, untap target attacking creature, and it's a cleric, in addition to its other types. In case you're looking to build a cleric deck, there you go. We got another instant realm, and this one's not foil though. We got Sagan again. Poo Poo UFO. Construct Alien. 04 artifact creature flying. Tap it, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay. Love that. 3, until end of turn, this creature's base power and toughness, or until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. Good thing every land we've gotten so far has been a town. Black Waltz number 3. Flying, Death Touch. When you cast a non-creature spell, Black Waltz number 3 deals 2 damage to each opponent. It's going to be good in my buddy's Lord of Pain deck, huh? Riddy's Return, 3 and 2 green, sorcery, choose 1 creature you control, get 3/3 to end of turn, or turn up the 2 target permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. World Champion Celestial Weapon, legendary artifact equipment, double. This is an MDFC. We're looking at the wrong side first though, right? Am I wrong? Equipped creature gets +2/+0, double strike, equip it for 3. Other side is side quest. Yeah, okay, we put the wrong side in first. That was weird. Okay, so side quest. Play Blitzball. Enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. You can put you down here before I forget. And then at the end of combat on your turn, if a player was dealt 6 or more combat damage this turn, transform this enchantment and then attach it to a creature you control, which is double overdrive. The equipped creature gets 2/0, has double strike, and it equips 4/3. The Masamoon with the full art too. I don't know if it's good or not, but damn, it looks beautiful. Three mana. As long as equipped creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked if able. Equipped creature has, if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of this creature or an emblem you own to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. That sounds pretty good to me. Alright, side quest, catch a fish, enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or creature, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. That sounds like a better Herald's Horn. If you put a card into your hand this way, create a food token and transform this enchantment. Oh. Right. Cooking campsite land, tap it for white, pay 3, tap, sack an artifact, put a 1 counter on each creature you control, activate only the sorcery. Never mind. It is not better than Herald's Horn. Mountain. Got an art card. Looking at the wrong side again. Cornered by black mages, got one of them. Commune with beavers, had one of them. Ice Flan, coral. Pay 1 white and 1, tap it. Tap target non-enchantment creature. Caddies, call the mountain chocobo. Sorcery, search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Create a 2/2 green bird creature. With whenever a land you control enters, this token gets 1/0 until end of turn. Grand Pulse Ochu, Death Touch. It's 1 green, a 1/1, has Death Touch, and pay 8 mana until end of turn. This creature gets 1/1 for each permanent card in your graveyard. Kind of cool. Saigon again. Is that going to be the one that we get all the time? Unexpected Request. Okay, sorcery, red and 2, gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. You may attach an equipment you control to that creature. If you do, unattach it at the beginning of the next end step. Auron's Inspiration, attacking creatures get 2/0 until end of turn, has flashback. Travel the Overworld, sorcery, affinity for towns, interesting, and you draw 4 cards. Barts and Boko, affinity for birds. When Barts and Boko enters, each other bird you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Nice. Each other bird deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. Nice. Balam Garden, Seed Academy. Rare land, land enters tapped, tap it for green or blue, pay 5 and green and blue, and transform this land. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each other town you control. To become Balam Garden Airborne. Whenever Balam Garden attacks, draw a card. Cruise for 1, it's a 5/4. Eden, Seed of the Sanctum, town land, tap for colorless, pay 5, tap, mill 2 cards, then you may sack this land. When you do, return another target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Charlan, Nation of Scholars, it's the town for white blue. We got a hero token. Okay. So no big hits there. No big hits yet. Probably no big hits at all. That's okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Airman, we had one of him before. Balam T-Rex. So we're kind of getting to that point we don't go to read the normal commons anymore, which is cool. Suplex. Sorcery, choose 1. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead, or exile target artifact. Adventurer's Airship again. Ooh. Wild Rose Rebellion. It's an instant. Oh, it's a alt art counter spell. Nice. Freya Crescent. It's a Rat Knight. It's red for 1. Has jump. Has flying during my turn. Tap it, add a red. Spend this mana only to cast an equipment spell or activate an equip ability. Battle menu. White and 1, choose 1, attack, create a 2/2 white knight creature token. Ability, target creature gets 0/4 until end of turn. Magic, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Or item, you gain 4 life. Cool. We are actually getting some ones I haven't read yet, so we'll just keep reading them since we're in this together. Thieves Knife, job select, equipped creature gets 1/1, has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, and is a rogue in addition to its other types. Neat. Promptu Argentum, haste, self-shot. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. It's got that different, different art on it. Nice, we like that. We take those. Let's look him up there. He's just a, yeah, he's about 80 cents, okay. Hey, we got the traveling chocobo. Can I never figure out where this damn camera is? So new to this again. Traveling Chocobo, green 2, bird. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top of your library. If a land or bird you control entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of that permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. What's Traveling Chocobo going for? Isn't that the one that they gold foiled and serialized? Oh baby. Pre-sale for $16.77 here on this bad boy? Yeah, we'll take that. Coral, got an island, and then we got ourselves a burb. Let's go to the next one. On to the next one. Elder again, Shinra reinforcements again, summon Fat Chocobo again, Sage's Newliths again, weapons vendor. When this creature enters, draw a card. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control an equipment, you may pay 1. When you do, attach target equipment you control to target creature you control. Nice. Syncopate, blue and X, target counter target spell unless its controller pays X. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. Blitzball. Tap it, add a mana. Really? Okay. Pay 3. It's an artifact. Tap it, add a mana of any color. It has goal. Tap it, sack it, draw 2 cards. Activate it only if an opponent was dealt combat damage by a legendary creature this turn. That's a funny thing. The crystal's chosen for blue and 5. It's sorcery. Create 4 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens. Then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. We like that. We like that a lot. Ilmeg Pixie, flying when this creature attacks, surveil 1. Cost 2. Summon Fenrir. Saga. Creature 3/2. First one is search your library for a basic land card, opponent of the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Second one is when you next cast a creature spell this turn, that creature enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it. The final one is draw a card if you control the creature with the greatest power or tied for the greatest power. All these MDFCs are coming in, or that's not even MDFC actually. But these transform cards are coming in backwards. 3 and maybe that's the normal way they come in. I just haven't opened enough packs to remember. 3 in blue and black. Whenever Ultimisia Time Sorceress enters or attacks, surveil 2. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 4 and 2 blue and 2 black and exile 8 cards from your graveyard. If you do, you can transform her into Ultimisia Omnipotent, which is a 7/7 with menace and time compression. When this creature transforms, take an extra turn after this one. Take an extra turn after this one. That's nuts. We love extra turns. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. Isn't that a card? Isn't that a card people liked? Stiltskin. Stiltskin Moogle Merchant. The art card is pre-selling for $4 for some reason. 50 cents. Anyway, it's a lifelink 1/2, pay 2, tap it. Target opponent gains control of another target permanent you control. If they do, you draw a card. Blitzball Shot, green. Target creature gets 3/3 and gains trample until end of turn. A simple plains. Another card. Okay, let's see what we got here. Another coral. Call the Mountain Chocobo. Quadrub Foyer. Black and 2. Zombie Horror 3/2. When this creature enters, choose 1. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, or exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. Goobaboo Gardener. Green 1. Mana Dork 1/3. Tap it for a green. Scorpion Sentinel. As long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets 3/0. It's a 1/4. Got another Blitzball. Lawpert Scout again. Balam Garden is a alt art command beacon. I don't know what the correct term for that is, but it's a command beacon, but we're calling it Balam Garden. Yeah, showcase, that's the word, showcase. Yeah, it's going for $3.45. Nice. Take that. Chocobo Racetrack, 3 and 2 greens. Artifact with landfall when a land you control enters. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with when a land you control enters. This token gets 1/0 until end of turn. Quistis Trip. Has Blue Mage. Whenever it enters, you may cast a target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell will be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Ash, Princess of Damaska. Whenever Ash attacks, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. Clive's Hideaway. We got a rare town. Has Hideaway 4. Tap it, add colorless, and you may pay 2 and tap it and play the exiled card from the Hideaway 4 without paying its mana cost if you control 4 or more legendary creatures. What's Clive's Hideaway going for? Quarter. Some of those rare lands are always. Item shopkeep, foil. So whenever you attack target attacking equipped creature gains a menace. Turn it's a common. We got a mountain, and then we got a bird token again. I gotta stop hitting this. I'm gonna F this whole thing up. Suplex again. Namazu Trader. When this creature enters, you lose a life and create a treasure. When this creature attacks, you may sack another creature or artifact. Righteous Wandering. Search your library for basic land and town. When the battlefield tapped, you may search your library. Okay, yeah. We got that Merchant before. We got the Slash of Light before. We got the Grand Pulse before. The Sagan again. Ignis Scientia. Whenever it enters, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. He has, I've come up with a new recipe for 1 and green and blue and tap. Exile target card from a graveyard. If a creature card was exiled this way, create a food token. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. I like that a lot. Torgulafine Hound. Whenever you cast your first human creature spell, each turn that creature enters with an additional 1/1 for each dog or wolf you control, and you can tap Torgul for a mana of any color. Ambrosia Whiteheart Flash. Whenever it enters, you may return another permanent you control to its owner's hand. It has landfall when a land you control enters, it gets 1/0 until end of turn. We got another transform card, which is side quest, Raise a Chocobo. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 green bird creature token with when a land you control enters, this token gets 1/0 until end of turn. At the beginning of your first main phase, if you control 4 or more birds, transform this enchantment into Black Chocobo. When this permanent transforms, search your library for a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffled. It has landfall when a land you control enters, birds you control get 1/0 until end of turn. We can read fast. Furion Wild Rose Warrior. Equip creature you control of haste. When a non-token equipment you control enters, create a token that's a copy of it, except it has this equipment's equip ability costs 2 less to activate. Sack that token at the beginning of the next upkeep. Snowvillers has Vigilance. What's that saying? Okay. Has Vigilance. Its powers equal to the number of creatures you control. Its defense is always 3. Its toughness, sorry. Furion Wild Rose. Let's look at Furion. Nothing too crazy. $0.33. That's all you get sometimes. Alright. Weapons Vendor. Haste Magic. Target creature gets 3/1, gains haste. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it during your next end step. Heck dies, and this creature enters. Each opponent discards a card. Hilarious. Town Greeter, green 1. When this creature enters, mill 4 cards. You may put a land card from among them into your hand. If you put a town into your hand this way, you gain 2 life. Ice Magic, instant, tiered, Blizzard to 0. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Blizzara is 2. Target creature's owner puts it on their choice of the top or bottom of their library. Blizzaga, 5 and blue. Target creature's owner shuffles it into their library. White Mage's Staff, job select, equip creature gets 1/1, has whenever the creature attacks, you gain a life, and as a cleric. We got a Magic Pot. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Pay 2, tap, exile target card from a graveyard. Renoa Heart Lily. Whenever she enters, create Angelo, a legendary 1/1 green and white dog creature token. Angelo Cannon. Whenever Renoa Heart Lily attacks, another target creature you control gets 1/1 until end of turn for each creature you control. Prima Vista, flying vehicle. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it's an artifact vehicle. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, the Prima Vista becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. It has crew of 2. Queen Brawn has prowess. When you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. And also, when it attacks, create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this token deals damage to each opponent. Summon Alexander. It's a saga creature. It has flying. 1 and 2 is prevent all damage that would be dealt to creatures you control this turn. And 3 is tap all creatures your opponents control. Oh wait, but before it's a saga creature, have they all been this? Oh no. Oh no. Have I been being silly? No. No. They have not been. Thank God. But before it's that, it's Crystal Fragments for 1. Equipped creature gets 1/1. Pay 5 and 2 and exile this equipment and return to the battlefield transformed. That's the other one. We got Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. There he is for 2 white. He's a 2/1. When he enters, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. As long as Cloud is equipped, if an ability of Cloud or an equipment attached to it triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Airship Crash. Instant destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. And we got a Baron Airship Kingdom land, and we got a hero token. What is Cloud going for? It's gotta be good, right? Oh, baby. $17. Ah. Hi, Cloud. Hi, Cloud. You beautiful, beautiful boy. See another some more clouds and some more chocobos, and we'll be good to go. We're happy and have made a good choice in our purchase. We got the 4 rare again. We got the Gabagoo Gardener, the Scorpion Sentinel again. Summon Choco / Mog. It's a white and 2. It's a 3/3 enchantment creature saga with all 1 through 4 has Stampede. Other creature you control get 1/0 until end of turn. Item shop keep again. Monk's Fist, I think again. Yeah. Endwalker, which is a showcase for Brainstorm. 1 blue, instant, draw 3 cards, put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Gratia. Reach, the Elegant Eyes, 3/5. Whenever 1 or more creatures in or artifacts you control draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Tonberry. This creature enters tapped with a stun counter on it. God. 1 black and 2 and 1. During your turn, this creature has first strike and death touch. Tapped with a stun counter on it? Why? So many cards in this are OP, and this 1 mana 2/1 that has death touch, it has first strike, so I guess like that's cool, and that's probably why. But tapped with a stun counter seems a bit redundant, a bit much actually. Zidane, Tantalus Thief. Whenever it enters, gain control of target creature an opponent controls until end of turn. Untap it, it gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. When an opponent gains control of a permanent from you, you create a treasure token. Cooking Campsite. Side quest, catch a fish. Enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. Look at the top card of your library. If it's an artifact or creature, you may reveal and put it in your hand. Oh, we already did one of these. Create a food and then transform it. Yeah, we have one of them already. Matoya, Archon Elder. 2 and 1 blue. 1/4. Whenever you scry or surveil, draw a card. We got a Sandworm. It's a worm with haste. When this creature enters, destroy target land. Controller may search your library for a basic land. Opponent in the battlefield tapped and shuffle. Treno Dark City. Hero token. Let's look. We've been doing it. Might as well do it. Man, don't want to miss nothing. I don't think Mateo Archon Elder is going to be anything, or the Brainstorm showcase. Matoya, sorry, not Mateo. That's a buck 60. That's kind of good in the grand scheme of things. And Walker Brainstorm showcase. Oh, you fucker. Brainstorm showcase is a buck 50. Okay, yeah, both good. Namazu Trader again, Prisha's Wanderings again, Kyrian Merchant again, Slash of Light again, Red Mage's Rapier again, Laughing Mad again, Vane's Treachery again, Ring of the Lucci. Tap it, add 2 colorless mana. To pay 2, tap it, pay life, tap target non-land permanent. Nice. Shantoto. Oh, that's actually a uncommon. Shantoto. Tactician Magician. Red, blue, and 1. Dwarf Wizard 04. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets a +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast that spell. If X is 4 or more, you also draw a card. Ultras Obnoxious Octopus. Blue and 1. 2/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, if at least 8 mana was spent to cast it, put 8 1/1 counters on Ultros. That's okay. Dragoon's Lance. Job select. It's an equipment for 1 white and 1. Equipped creature gets 1/0 and is a knight in addition to other types. During your turn, equipped creature has flying. Equipped for 4. Terra, Magical Adept, red, green, and 1. It's a legendary creature, human, wizard, warrior for 4/2. Whenever it enters, mill 5 cards. Put up to 1 enchantment card milled this way into your hand. Pay 4 red and green. Tap it, exile Terra, and return it transformed as Esper Terra, which is a saga creature, 6/6 with flying. 1 through 3 is create a token that's a copy of target non-legendary enchantment you control. It gains haste. If it's a saga, put up to 3 lore counters on it. Sacrifice at the beginning of your next end step. And 4 is add 2 white, 2 blue, add double Wooburg, exile Esper Terra, and then return it to the battlefield with the front faced up. I think Terra is pretty damn cool, dude. That's a great ass card in my opinion. Forglifying Hound, that's probably the greatest card in everyone's opinion. This land enters tapped, and then Somnia, Crown City, and then this. Terra. What is Terra? Magical Adept? Yeah. She's going for 426. The borderless version in pre-sale is going for 82.42. If you got the pre-release Terra, it's going for $20. Pretty nuts. How many we got left? We haven't made it a third of the way yet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this set here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's open 3 more packs. That'll put us at the halfway point, and then we'll take a quick intermission. Alright, so it'll be 17 left after this. Yeah, 3 more packs. Red Mage's Rapier again. Black Mage's Rod again. Airship Crash. Green and 2. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. Has cycling. Retrieve the Esper. Blue and 3. Create a 3/3 blue robot warrior artifact creature token. Then if this spell was cast from a graveyard, put 2 1/1 counters on that token. Has flashback as well. Fate of the Suncrest. Want a crystal, not a Suncrest. White and 4 instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a tapped creature. Destroy target non-land permanent. Monk's Fist again. Job select. Creature gets 1/0 as a monk. Thrum of the Vestige. It is a lightning bolt showcase. That's pretty rad. Gladulus Amicitia. For 4 in red and green, whenever it enters, search your library for a land card. Opponent battlefield tap and shuffle. Has landfall. When a land you control enters, another target creature you control gets 2/2, gains trample until end of turn. Sweet. Shambling Sith. This is a mutant horror. It's a 3/3. It enters tapped. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay black. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Chocobo Racetrack again. World Champion Celestial Weapon again, which is actually a side quest to play Blitzball. Summon Leviathan for 4 and 2 blue. It's a 6/6 enchantment creature saga with Ward 2. 1 is return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its owner's hand. 2 and 3 is until end of turn whenever a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent attacks. Card. Dragoon's Wyvern again. Go to Swamp with a Weedbot. Whoa. Oh, Summon Leviathan is legendary. I did not realize that. Yeah, I'm imagining it's not a crazy good legendary. Oh. Leviathan. Yeah, 47 card. Okay. 2 more cards before break. Dude, we got Marlboro. The Marlboro. 4 and 2 black, bad breath. When this creature enters, each opponent discards a card, loses 2 life, and exiles the top 3 cards of their library. Has swamp cycling. Bard's Bow, green and 2, artifact equipment, job select. When this each equipped creature gets 2/2, has reaches a bard in addition to its other types. Perseus Bow, equipped for 6. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. Flash, enchant artifact or creature. When this aura enters, tap enchant permanent. Enchanted permanent doesn't untap during its controller's untap step, and its activated abilities can't be activated. We like that. We like that all day. You're not alone. For 1 white instant, target creature gets 2/2 and end of turn. If you control 3 or more creatures, it gets 4/4 until end of turn. Light of Judgment, red and 4 instant, deals 6 damage to target creature. Destroy up to 1 equipment attached to that creature. White Mage's Staff again. Magic Pot again. We got a Sandworm again. We got a Demon's Wall, black and 1, Defender. Menace, it's a 3/3. It's a Defender with Menace. As long as this creature has a counter on it, it can attack as though it didn't have Defender though. So if I just read the rest of the card. For 5 and a black, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Wow, really reading the whole card would. Yeah, okay. Summon Shiva. 3 and 2. It's a 4/5 saga creature. 1 and 2 is Heavenly Strike. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Put a stun counter on it. And 3 is draw a card for each tapped creature your opponents control. Machinist's Arsenal for 4 and 1 white. Job select. This is the rare equipped creature gets 2/2 for each artifact you control and is an artificer in addition to its other types. Equipped for 4. Oh, followed by another rare, Moogle's Valor, which I think was a card they mentioned about getting. For 3 and 2 white, it's an instant. For each creature you control, create a 1/2 white Moogle creature token with lifelink. Then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Nice, dude. Rydia, Summoner of Mist for red and green. Landfall, it's a 1/2. When a land you control enters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Has Summon for X and tap. Return target saga card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it against haste until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. As well as a Guadasalam Farplane Gateway, green-blue, tap, enter, land. One more, then we're taking breaks. It just means I need to get a drink. Okay, let's see here. We got another You're Not Alone, another Light of Judgment. So first intervention again. Gigantitoad, frog, as long as you control 7 or more lands, this creature gets 2/2. And it starts as a 4/4, it's green and 3. Rook turret, 1 blue and 3, flying. When another artifact you control enters, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. 3/3. Aerith rescue mission, white and 3. Choose 1, take the elevator, create 3 1/1 colorless hero creature tokens, or take 59 flights of stairs. Tap up to 3 target creatures, put a stun counter on one of them. Syncopate, X and blue, counter target spell unless controller pays X. We already did one of them. Sleep Magic, enchantment aura for 1 blue. When it enters, tap enchanted creature, doesn't untap, it's dealt damage. Oh, enchanted creature doesn't untap during control's untap step. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, sack this aura. Sorceress's Scheme, sorcery for red and 3. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard or exiled card with flashback you own to your hand. Nice. Dude, we got Cactuar. For 1 green, he's 3/3. Trample at the beginning of your end step. If this creature didn't enter the battlefield this turn, return it to its owner's hand. Nice Cactuar. I want Jumbo Cactuar though, but that's neat. Let's look at the other side. X-Death Void Warlock for black, green, and 1. It's a legendary Spirit Warlock 3/3. When it enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your end step, if there are 6 or more permanent cards in your graveyard, transform him into Neo X-Death, Dimensions End. Trample with his power equal to the number of permanents in your graveyard and toughness of 3. The Wandering Minstrel, green and blue, 1/3 human bard, legendary. Lands you control enter untapped. Pretty rad. The Minstrel's Ballad at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you control 5 or more towns, create a 2/2 elemental creature token that's all colors. For 3 and Wooburg, other creatures you control get XX to end of turn, where X is the number of towns you control. Summon Fat Chocobo, it's the foil. We got a forest. We got a hero creature token. Let's real quick check out Machinists. Arsenal. Yeah, nothing there. Quarter card. Moogles. Valor. Hell yeah, $5 card. draw a card. Sweet. Got some value so far. I think probably about 40, 50 bucks in the first half. You just need to make like 130 more dollars. We'll be good. All right, I'm gonna take a break. We'll be right back. Hey. And just like that, we're back. Okay, how long have we been at this? A little over an hour. All right, halfway done. Let's see what we got. Try and if I have any battery on my phone, we'll try and take a look at what value we got based off pre-release, which you know, pre-release sales good. All right, another intervention is literally going right on top of the other intervention. Gigantic Toad. He's got moved around a little bit. Ghost. Rook Turret. Okay. Aerith Rescue Mission. Go on top of an Aerith Rescue Mission. A Blazing Bomb. Instant Ramen again. What is this? Lunatic Pandora. 1 mana artifact. Pay 2 taps. Surveil 1. Pay 6 taps. Sack it. Destroy target non-land permanent. Neat. Crystal's Chosen again. My Pixie again. Summon Fenrir again. Overkill. I've seen this card. Yeah, for black and 2. Instant target creature gets -0, -9999 until end of turn. Wonder what that's for. Eject Reluctant Guardian, black and 3. This is our rare. It's a 4/3 with menace. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may exile it and return it transformed as Braska's Final Aeon for 7/7 menace saga creature with Eject Beam. 1 and 2. Each opponent discards a card and you draw a card. Ultimate Eject Shot. Each opponent sacks 2 creatures of their choice as its final. We got a Warrior Sword again. And then we got the exact same land that we got out of the last pack. But this time, in foil. We got an art card. Let's see what Eject is worth. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. 38 cents. All right. Well, you know what, man? You'll have that. All right. Let's see what we got next. Blazing Bomb again. Fight on. Green and black. The black and 2 return the 2 target creatures from your graveyard to your hand. Gets all greens. Green and 1. Sorcery. Create a 2/2 green bird creature token with whenever a land you control enters. This token gets 1/0 to end of turn. Flashback of 6 and green. Magic Damper, instant, target creature gets 1/1 and hexproof until end of turn, and you can untap it. Cloudbound Moogle, flying with creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That's plain cycling. Vincent's Limit Break. This is a different common we haven't seen. Black and 1, instant with tiered until end of turn. Target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and it has the chosen base power and toughness. For 0 mana, it becomes a Galleon Beast for 3/2. For 1 mana, it's Death Gigas for 5/2. And for 3 mana, it becomes Hellmasker, a 7/2. It's pretty cool for a common. I like that. Low mana value, too. The Iron Giant, 7 mana, artifact creature demon, 6/6 with Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Good lord. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria, green and white, lifelink. Whenever attacks, you may remove a lore counter from any number of sagas you control. Put a 1/1 counter on Garnet for each lore counter removed this way. That'd be pretty cool. I'd definitely make I might end up making a saga creature deck with her then. That's pretty rad. Relentless X Adam 092, 6 mana artifact creature robot spider 6/5. This creature can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. For 8 mana, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tap with finality counter. I must have bumped this table because all these cards are falling off their packs. Stacks. Samurai's Katana, red and 2, job select, creature gets 2/2, has a trample and hastens a samurai. Chaos, oh, that's the wrong side. Garland, Knight of Cornelia, for black and red. It's a 3/2 human knight, legendary creature. You may, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, surveil 1. For 3 and 2 black and 2 red, return this card from the graveyard. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield transformed. Activating as a sorcery as Chaos the Endless, a flyer, 5/5. When it dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Aerith Gainsborough, white and 2, human cleric. This is the rare. That last one was rare. It was 2/2 lifelink human cleric. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on her. Whenever she dies, put X 1/1 counters on each legendary creature you control, where X is the number of 1/1 counters on her. Like that. Then we got another summon Leviathan. Then we got Gone Town of Ruin. It's a black-green tapped land. Let's see what's her name again? Aerith Gaines. She's got those gains. I can't spell Aerith. Aerith Gaines, bro. Why? Well, the regular version of her is $1.14, but the pre-release, if you have a pre-release of her, is currently going for $150. So good luck at your pre-releases tonight, and hope you get an Aerith Gaines, bro, because that's ridiculous. That's fucking ridiculous. Wow. Alright. One game store here is charging like $65 for the pre-releases, which if you look online, that's kind of what they are going for, which I think is insane, and maybe that is why. But where I got this pack at, they said they'd give me one for $40, and I'm gonna try and get 2 of them tomorrow if we can. Maybe we'll get a Aerith Gaines and almost make back all our money. Ready? What do we got here? Fight on. We got one of them already. Gaucho Greens, putting on top of a Gaucho Greens, Magic Damper on a Magic Damper, Cloudburn Moogle on a Cloudburn Moogle. We got that summon before. White Auracite for 2 and 2 white. When this artifact enters exile, target non-land permanent opponent controls until this artifact leaves the battlefield. You can also tap it for 1 white mana. Neat. Crossroads Village. It's land. When this land enters tapped, as it enters, choose a color. Tap it for a mana of that color. Sage's Chocobo. For 1 green, it's a 0/1 with landfall. When a land you control enters, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Ooh, a counter on this creature, not just until end of turn like a lot of the other ones were. That's pretty cool. Summon Primal Garuda for 3 and 1 white. It's a 3/3 flyer saga. It has Aerial Blast. The first one is this creature deals 4 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. And then 2 and 3, it has Slipstream. Another target creature you control gets 1/0 and gains flying until end of turn. Circle of Power, it's a black sorcery for black and 3. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Create a 0/1 black wizard creature token with whenever you cast a non-creature spell. This token deals 1 damage to each opponent. Wizards you control get 1/0 and gain lifelink until end of turn. Van, Street Thief for 2 and a red. It's a rare, it's a 2/2 legendary human scout. Whenever 1 or more scouts, pirates, and or rogues you control deal combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library. You may cast it. If you don't, create a treasure token. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a 1/1 counter on each scout, pirate, and rogue. Hey, we got another rare, actually, which is Saz Katzroy. Green and 3. It's a 3/3 legendary human pilot. Whenever it enters, you may search your library for a bird or basic land, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Whenever it attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, and then double the number of 1/1 counters on that creature. We got the X-Death Void Warlock. Again, just having foil. We got an island. We got a hero creature token. Let's see what Van and Saz are worth. Van. Street Thief. 67 cents. Okay. And Saz. Quarter. If we get the pre-release tomorrow, we'll do a bonus stream tomorrow. It'll be quick, but it'll be fun. We got a Summon Choco Mog again, Items Shopkeep again, a Moral Burrow again, a Bard's Bow again, Jobs, yeah, we got one of them. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum for 2 and a blue, Flash. Oh yeah, we got one of them. Vane's Treachery, we had Adventurer's Inn, it's a town. When this land enters, you gain 2 life. Tap for colors. Albed Salvagers again. Gal's Final Act. For green and 1, it's an instant until end of turn. Target creature gets 1/0 and gains. When this creature dies, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to its power on up to one target creature. Prompto Argentum. Red and 1. It's a legendary creature. Human Scout. Haste with 2/2. Selfie Shot. Whenever you cast it on a creature spell, if at least 4 mana was spent to cast it, create a treasure token. Go to Capital City Land. Tap it for colorless. Pay 1 and tap it and add a mana of any color, or you can cycle it. Cool. Summon Bahamut. It's a showcase, it looks like. 9 mana Saga. A 9/9 flyer. 1/2 is destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. 3 is draw 2 cards, and 4 is Mega Flare. This creature deals damage equal to the total mana value of other permanents you control to each opponent. Total mana value. That's a crazy fucking card. If you can get it to happen. Weapons Vendor again, this time in foil. Got a mountain. Got an art card. What is Summon Bahamut? He's not even. Oh, here it is. Oh, goodness. This chair does not like to move on my carpet. Summon Bahamut. Oh, baby boy. Oh yeah! Let's go, son. Summon Bahamut. If I pick screen, I'm gonna share the right screen. I'm gonna share the wrong screen. That's alright. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. We're $2. Nice. Need to sleeve these very soon. Okay. That's the best card we pulled so far. I've put this at about $70. Made half our money back. The best part of this is for you guys, a lot of these cards are gonna go directly on a TCG player, because why not? Haste Magic. We got Heck Dies again. We got a Town Greeter. We got Town Greeter before. We got an Ice Magic again. Dwarven Castle Guard. It's a 1 white and 1. Dwarf Soldier 2/1. When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token. Iron Giant again. Go on top of the other Iron Giant. Vincent's Limit Break. Oh, we got one of them. Baron Rivalry is actually a Deadly Dispute for black and 1. Instant as an additional cost to cast a spell, sack an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards, and create a treasure token. We got an Overkill again. Freya Crescent again. Battle Menu again. Raban, Bull of Allah Migo. Red and 1. Human Warrior, legendary creature. 2/2. It has Ward. Pay life equal to his power. Whenever it attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to target attacking creature. Got a Rook Turret. Foil. Swamp. Hero. Let's see what we got here. We got Baron. Rivalry. None of these showcase cards are really worth anything. $1.50. That's about what they've been, which is actually, I mean, I'm happy with that. Raubon. Bull of Alamigo. 20 bucks, yeah. 20 cents. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Ah, another Dwarven Castle Guard. Got Thunder Magic. Thunder Magic is an instant for 1 red. Thunder 0. Choose an additional cost for tiered. Thunder 0. It deals 2 damage to our creature. Thundara for 3. It deals 4 damage to our creature. And Thundaga for 5 and 1 red. It deals 8 damage to our creature. Undercity Dire Rat has Rat Tail. It's a 2/2. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Blitzball Shot again. Combat Tutorial for blue and 2. Sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. Put a 1/1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. White Orsight. I think we already have one of them. Yeah, we did. What's that? Artifact. Stay with me. No. Dude. The Stay With Me Ristic Study Showcase? Okay. Wow. Wow, dude. Oh my goodness. That is I have chills from that. I don't even care if it's worth anything. That's the only card that's not going to be getting sold. It's pre-sale $100. Holy shit. Dude. Oh my god. All right, man. I don't think we'll be able to top that one, bro. Holy buckets. That is nuts. Cloud of Darkness for 2 and a black and 2 green. Legendary creature avatar flying. Particle beam. When Cloud of Darkness enters, target creature and opponent control gets -X on of turn, where X is the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. Sweet. The Gold Saucer. Town. It's a land. Tap it for colorless. Pay 2, tap it, flip a coin. If you win the flip, create a treasure token. Pay 3, tap it, sack 2 artifacts, you can draw a card. Evil Reawakened for black and 4, it's a sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. You need. Okay. This is half of something. Which is Fang, Fearless Issy. Legendary creature, human warrior for black and 2. It's a 2/3. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. This ability triggers only once each turn. It melds with Vanilla Cheerful Issy. So, if you ever get that, it's a 7/6 Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Haste. When Ragnarok, I guess it becomes Ragnarok. When it dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. Tifa Lockhart, green and 1. I gotta keep this Ristic Study away from everything else, as well as this Summon Bahamut away from everything else. There's other good cards in there, but those are the ones that need it. Tifa Lockhart, green and 1. Trample, landfall, when a land you control enters, double her power until end of turn. She's a 1/2. Then we got a foil version of Shantoto, Tactician, Magician. We also got Gungaga, Reactor Town. It's a red-green land enters. Tappers. Tifa Lockhart. $4 card. Hell yeah. Wow, man. The second half has really been something else, dude. Magic, another Undercity Dire Rat, another Blitzball Shot, another Combat Tutorial, a Magitech Infantry, Robot Soldier, 1 mana. It's a 1/1. This creature gets 1/0 as long as you control another artifact. For 2 and a white, search your library for a card named Magitech Infantry, put on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Warrior Sword, we got one of them before. Adventures in. Hinaku Gourmet, green and 2, 2/3 legendary creature. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, those tokens plus a 1/1 green frog creature token are created instead. Pay 2, sack a frog, put a 1 counter on Kina. That's kind of cool. I'd probably make be a fun deck to make out of that, actually. We got Lionheart for 4. It's an artifact equipment. When it enters, it deals 2 damage to any target. The creature gets 2/1 and is equipped to 2. Rufus Shinra, black, white, 1, 2/4 legendary human noble. Whenever it attacks, if you don't control a creature named Darkstar, create Darkstar, legendary 2/2 white and black dog. We got Torgal, a fine hound in the, I don't know if that's full art or borderless or whatever they call it. Torgal Fine Hound, that version of him. Ultima Origin of Oblivion. Five mana, 4/4 legendary god. Flying. Whenever it attacks, put a blight counter on target land. For as long as that land has a blight counter on it, it loses all land types and abilities and has tap for colorless. Whenever you tap a land for colorless, add an additional colorless. Got another Magitech Infantry in foil. We got Vector Imperial Capital. So Rakdos tap land. Okay, so let's first look up Torgal. I'd like to know what that version of him is worth. It is borderless. 35 cents. What is Ultima worth? Oh, okay. I mean, not that I am upset that it's not worth more, but it's only a $3 card. I thought it was a crazy card because I've seen that art and thought that it was on there. If I get another Ristic Study Stay With Me, I'm gonna lose my ever-loving mind. Just so everyone knows. Just so everyone knows. This is why you open packs, by the way, on stream, because that shit happens all the time. The last time that I recorded a video of opening packs, I got a Bloodletter of Aquazots in the very first pack of Lost Caverns of Ixalan I have ever opened. I opened 3 packs ever. Bloodletter, Aquazots, first pack. The first game that we did on stream for YouTube, I started the game off soaring, first turn soaring. I mean, that's not like, ooh, but what? Didn't stack it, didn't nothing, just had it. And Kara took her turn, first turn soaring. I don't know, dude, playing Magic on stream, it's meant to be played on stream. A $45 card and $100 Ristic Study alt art is just, what? I have not gotten this lucky with a booster box opening in ever, probably. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 packs left. Let's see what we get. We got our third white Magitech Infantry in a row with white common cards. We got another Warrior Sword going on top of a Warrior Sword. Resentful Revelation, Chocobo Kick. That one's different. Haven't seen that one. It's a common, but it's a green and 1. Kicker, return a land you control to its owner's hand. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature an opponent controls. If the spell was kicked, that creature you control deals twice that much damage instead. Neat. Dreams of Laguna, blue and 1, surveil 1, draw a card, flashback. Lunatic Pandora, Crossroads Village again. Delivery Moogle, white and 3, flying when it enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card with mana 2 or less. Reveal it, put it into your hand. If you search your library, this way, shuffle. Lock Cool for 1 and blue and black. 2/3 with Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card and then discard a card. Eden Seed of the Sanctum. We got one of them before. Magic card. It looks like it's another. Yeah, it's another transform. It's side quest card collection for blue and 3. It's an enchantment. When this enchantment enters, draw 3 cards, discard 2 cards. At the beginning of your end step, if 8 or more cards are in your graveyard, transform this into, oopsies, Magic card. It's a 4/4 artifact vehicle with flying and crew 1. Okay. Not too exciting on that one. Then we got Clive, Ifrit's Dominant for 4 and 2 red. It looks like it's a mythic. It's a 5/5. Whenever it enters, you may discard your hand. Then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. For 4 and 2 red, tap and exile Clive, and then return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. Activate only as a sorcery. It becomes Ifrit, Warden of Inferno. Saga creature 9/9 with first step is Lunge. It fights up to 1 other target creature. 2 and 3 is Brimstone. Add 4 red mana. If Ifrit has 3 or more lore counters on it, exile it, and then return it to the battlefield. Face up. Pretty cool. Clive Ifrit Dominant. I've been liking those. Galacat again. This Plains and hero token. There are a few packs left. Let's see what we got. Resentful Revelation. We've had pretty much all of these cards. I'm literally putting them on. The first 3 are going on top of copies of cards from the last pack. Paladin's Arms, Sabo Tender. Yeah, we had one of them too. Gilgigas had one of them. Another world map. Oh, we got a Squall. Leon Hart. That's pretty neat looking. It's another showcase art. It's just another version of Danitha Capuchin Paragon. White 2, Legendary Human Knight, First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink. 2/2 aura and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less. Okay, put that in, see what that one's worth. Got another Thieves Knife. Dude! Another Gladulus. We just pulled one in this pack. Shambling Sith, black and 2, Mutant Horror enters tapped. Yeah, we had one of them before. Ultima is our rare for 3 and 2 white, a sorcery. Destroy all artifacts and creatures. End of the turn. That's it. End of the turn. Exile all spells and abilities from the stack, including this card. The player whose turn it is discards down to their max hand size. Damage wears off in this turn and until end turn effects. End. Got a fire magic. Had a fire magic before. And another Rakdos land. All right. Let's see what we can get here. Last few packies. Pop that over there. All right, Blazing Bomb, have one of them. Fight On, already got one of them. Gishel Greens, Magic Damper, Galakat again. I'm gonna take Pandora again. Oh, what is this? A Promise Fulfilled, another showcase card. Light Up the Stage, red and 2 sorcery. It has Spectacle for red. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until the end of your turn. Your next turn, you may play those cards. Oh, I wanted to look up a couple that we did draw from that last pack. Let's see what Squall Lionheart. What is Squall Leonheart is worth in the showcase form. I think it's probably nothing. 57 cents. What's our Ultima? Is that anything? Yeah, almost a buck. And then we'll wait for this next one. Rydia, Summoner of Mists. Yeah, we got one of her already. In Eject. Summon Esperama. Yeah, we got one of them too. Ishgard, the Holy Sea. Legendary land. It has a sorcery adventure on one side for 3 and 2 white. Return up to 2 target artifacts or enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. Other side, this land enters tap for 1 white. Also got Dion, Bahamut's Dominant for white and 3 legendary Dragonfire Dive. During your turn, Dion and other knights have flying. When it enters, create a 2/2 white knight creature. For 4 and 2 white, exile Dion. Return him as Bahamut, Warden of Light, a 5/5 flying saga creature. 1/2 is Wings of Light. Put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Those creatures gain flying to end of turn. 3 is Gigaflare. Destroy target permanent, exile Bahamut, then return to the battlefield face up. Cypher Almacy, our foil, is also a legendary. Red and 3, 3/4, Human Knight. When a creature you control attacks alone, against double strike until end of turn. As Firecross, whenever Cypher deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell we put in a graveyard, it gets exiled. Oh, we got like 4 hits on that one. I mean, I don't know if they're worth anything, but let's take a look. We got a Promise Fulfilled. It's not typing. I guess I can put it over here and we can actually see her here together. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got Promise Fulfilled, 43 cents. Okay. Ishgard, the Holy Sea. Is it the borderless or is it not the borderless? I don't think it is. No, it's not. Oh, 20. Oh, the pre-release is 20 bucks. Okay. Yeah, the regular version is $1.83 though. We'll take that. Let's take that all day. We got for Dion. Bahamut's Dominant. 43 cents, okay. And last but not least, Cypher. Swiper, no swiping. 60 cents. Okay. So nothing crazy with that pack, but at least we got a few pairs. We'll take that. What else did I want to pull out of here while I'm thinking about it? I don't know. I don't remember. No final check once we're all done. Okay. Click off that. Click off that. There we go. What do we got? Magic Damper going on top of a Magic Damper. Galakat on a Galakat. Another summon, another Aramon, another Balam T-Rex, another world map. Holy buckets. Hilgigas, Orin's Inspiration. Yeah, we got one of them. Travel the Overworld, Albed Salvagers, Tella, the Great Sage for 3 in red and blue. Legendary Human Wizard, 3/3. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. If 4 more mana was spent to cast this spell, draw 2 cards. If 8 or more mana was spent to cast that spell, sack Tella, and it deals that much damage to each opponent. That's our rare. Oh, followed up by Eject Reluctant Guardian is another rare for black and 3. 4/3 Menace. When it deals combat damage to a player, you may exile and return it transformed as Braska's Final Aeon. 7/7 Menace. 1 and 2. Each opponent discards a card. You draw a card. For 3, it gets each opponent sacks 2 creatures of their choice. That's the, I guess, borderless version of that. Foil Summon Choco / Mog. Then the green-white tap land. Cool. What do we got for Tella? Great Sage. Is that borderless? No. Little, which one? No, that's the extended art. No, we don't have the extended art. Okay. 22 cents. Cool. What's our Eject? Borderless going for? About $2. Nice. Looks like we're on our final 4 packs. Another summon, another Aramon, going on an Aramon, a Balam on a Balam, Dragoon's Wyvern, Cloudborn Moogle, another Crossroad Village Land, a Laughing Mad, Swallowed by Leviathan. It's an uncommon instant for blue and 2. Choose target spell, surveil 2, then counter that chosen spell unless its controller pays 1 for each card in your graveyard. Neat. Coral Sword for red, artifact equipment with flash. When this equipment enters, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains first strike to end of turn. Equip creature gets 1/0, equips for 1. Poison the Waters, black and 1, sorcery. Choose 1, all creature get -1/-1 to end of turn, or target player reveals their hand. You choose an artifact, creature card from the to that player discards that card. We got a borderless Summon Esperama for 2 and 2 red, 3/3. Saga creature. Judgment Bolt is the first one. This creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard to target creature and opponent's control. And for 2 and 3, wizards get 1/0 until end of turn. Wizards you control. Golbez Crystal Collector, black and 2, 1/4, legendary human wizard. When an artifact you control enters surveil 1 at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 more artifacts, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Then if you control 8 or more artifacts, each opponent loses life equal to that card's power. Rad. Foil Hilgigas Lion Island, I mean. Cool. What's our summon borderless going for? Summon who? Esper. Borderless. 35 cents, nothing there. Golbez Crystal Collector is 42 cents. Alright. No hits on that one. I don't imagine we're getting any more hits because the hits we got were pretty damn good. There are a couple others still aside from just those 2 that were like 15, 20 bucks, so I think this thing paid for itself, which I'm pretty hype about. Dragoon's Wyvern, another Cloudborn Moogle, Suplex, Namazu Trader, Airship Crash, Retrieve the Esper, Crossroads Village again. Golbez, Clad in Darkness. Is this borderless? How do they call these? Yeah, borderless. For 3 and 2 black. It's another version of Sir Conrad the Grim. Legendary creature, human knight, 5/4. When another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, it deals a damage to each opponent. You can pay a black and 1, and each player mills a card. Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. That's the exact kind of bullshit that I like to run in my decks. We've got a Zac Fair for 1 white. It's a 0/1, enters with a 1/1 counter on it. Pay 1, sack it. Target creature you control gains indestructible to end of turn. Put Zac Fair's counters on that creature and attach an equipment that was attached to Zac Fair to that creature. Clash of the Econs. 1 green sorcery, choose 1 or more. Target creature you control fights target creature an opponent controls. Remove a lore counter from target saga you control, or put a lore counter on target saga you control. Well, I guess all of them, not or. Elixir for 1 artifact. This artifact enters tapped, pay 5, tap it, exile it. Shuffle all non-land cards from your graveyard into your library. You gain life equal to the number of cards shuffled into your library this way. It's pretty rad. Here's our legendary for 5 and 3 black, Arden the Usurper. 4/4 legendary elder human noble. Demons you control have menace, lifelink, and haste. Fucking sick. Star Scorch at the beginning of combat on your turn, exile up to 1 target creature card from a graveyard. If you exile a card that way, create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 5/5 black demon. And then Swallowed by Leviathan instant. Got a few of them. I just put it on one of them. Gone, Town of Ruin, land under tapped for black green. Okay. Let's see what Arden the Usurper is. 41 cents. Okay, and then our Golbez in Borderless. Golbez Clad in Darkness. Arcana of the Grim Showcase on Borderless. $1.42. Nice. Garbage up here, can't even. Got a Suplex, got a Azu Trader, an Airship Crash, Retrieve the Esper, Fate of the Sun, Adventures, Airship. I would really like one of the crystals. I don't even know if they have them in these regular ones, but it's not looking like we're gonna get one. Golf's Final Act, yeah, we've had him. Prompto, Argentum, Capital City. Oh, hey! Dude, I was excited about this halfer, but there's a fucking crystal right there. I just said it. We did 20. This is the 29th pack, and I just said it, and there's a fucking crystal right there. But I'm also excited because we got this Ragnarok, and we had the other half of it in here somewhere. There it is. We had Fang. You can't even see because I have that thing put up. I want to make sure I'm showing it. We had Fang, who was flipping for this, and now we got Ragnarok to complete the meld. But Ragnarok is off of Vanille Cheerful. Now, when it enters mill 2 cards, then return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand at the beginning of your first main phase. If you both own and control Vanille and Fang, you may pay 3 in black and green. If you do, exile them and meld them into Ragnarok Divine Deliverance, who is a 7/6 legendary beast avatar with vigilance, menace, trample, reach, and haste. When Ragnarok dies, destroy target permanent and return target non-legendary permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Nice. Never get both halves of that when I do that. And then what I was excited about was the Earth Crystal for 2 and 2 green, legendary artifact. Green spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. If 1 or more 1/1 counters will be put on a creature you control, twice that many 1/1 counters are put on that creature instead. For 4 and 2 green, tap it, distribute 2 1/1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures you control. Then we got a Black Mage's Rod in foil. And then we got a Rabanaster Royal City, red-white, tap land. What is Earth Crystal's resale price? $3. Nice. I want the blue one because it does milling and I'm a piece of shit. Alright, last pack. Here we go. Fate of the Suncrest, Red Mage's Rapier, Black Mage's Rod again, Prisha's Wanderings, Kieran Merchant, Monk's Fist, Grand Pulse Ocho, Arden Izunia, which is a showcase for Varagoth, Blood Sky Sire. Black and 2, legendary demon rogue, 2/3 with Death Touch, has Boast for black and 1. Target player searches their library for a card, then shuffles and puts that card on top. There we are. Judge Magister Gabranthe, black-white, menace, 2/2, legendary human advisor knight. Whenever another creature or artifact you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Judge Magister Gabranthe. Stolen Uniform for 1 blue. Target Choose target creature you control and target equipment. Gain control of that equipment until end of turn. Attach to the chosen creature. When you lose control of that equipment this turn, if it's attached to a creature you control, unattach it. Opera Love Song for red and 1. Choose 1 instant, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play this card until your next turn. 1 or 2 target creatures each get 2/0 until end of turn. Midgar, City of Mako, another legendary land with a sorcery adventure on it. Reactor Raid, black 2. You may sack an artifact or creature. If you do, draw 2 cards. Or the land enters tap and they tap for red. Restoration Magic is our foil. And a swamp. And a hero token. Whew. Alright. I'll go through here and, kind of figure out what the value is that we have here. I'm gonna probably post this recording onto the YouTube channel just because it's been a while since we've uploaded any Commander games or anything. Like I said, we just moved into our new house, so still unpacking everything. Once that's all taken care of, we're going to be setting up the quote-unquote permanent studio for Wizards Off the Clock, so we can make more YouTube content again and do this more regularly. I've been selling stuff on TCG Player. I need to add that link here on Twitch. I didn't have it added yet. I do have it added on YouTube, and you can find it if you join our Discord channel as well. But hoping to get back to posting more content and doing it a lot more frequently. Appreciate you watching this. We got some crazy pulls. I always say I think you get better pulls the more you do it on camera, because I have never had a box opening that was this successful. I think with these 4 cards alone, this box was $180. We got 100, 150 plus another. This is probably like 190, if not 200, off of 4 cards. So yeah, success. But all right, I appreciate you all. Please follow at Wizards Off the Clock on YouTube. On TikTok, we have some TikToks blowing up at like 100,000 views, which is pretty rad. And like I said, I'll start posting here on Twitch more too. If you want to sub on Twitch, it's always appreciated as well. Please subscribe on YouTube, and we'll catch you next time.
Like it to 5.
Thank you.
Goodbye.